Well, it is a few hours to midnight deadline for TSC to implement a court decision that awarded teachers a 50 to 60 pay hike. Learning in public schools could be paralyzed tomorrow if teachers make good their threat to go on strike over the pay. Union representatives have called on parents not to send their children to school if the government fails to implement the court ruling. The Teacher Service Commission says the unions are yet to serve it with a strike notice as per the law.
It is the first day of school. Students preparing to settle down for the term.
What was the purpose of education?
At City Hall Primary School, it is all systems go as learning began on the very first day. The situation was the same at Riverbank Primary School. Despite the looming strike notice, most teachers reported. Many of them, however, are compliant with the teachers' unions, which have given the government a deadline of midnight tonight to implement the 50 to 60% pay increment issued by the Supreme Court.
Teachers of these countries are not going to contribute to the development of the nation on the basis of charity, but on the basis of the fact that we are engaged in the process of development.
The situation in a number of schools in Uasin Gishu County was not different from others across the country, as it witnessed minimal turn-up. In Uasin Gishu Primary School, less than 100 pupils reported out of the 1,600 expected population, and a number were involved with cleaning up their classrooms, uncertain of the Teachers Service Commission outcome on the clamour by the teachers demanding for their salary increment. The school head teacher Esther Kinyanjui attributed the low turnout to failure by the parents to release their children even as another term starts.
There are few children that have come. Most of the teachers have come. And what we have done is to welcome the children back to school and resettle them. There is the strike issue that has come up, whereby the teachers are supposed to strike, but we as primary section, we have not started our strike because we were told by our NAT secretary that officially we will start it at midnight. That is in case the government does not meet the deadline of giving us our salaries.
It does not have the 17 billion shillings needed to implement the pay increment. Deputy President William Ruto urged teachers to be patient on the issue, as implementing the pay rise would involve a fresh review of the budget to see which sectors will be slashed to meet the additional costs. Even though it is a business as usual as schools reopen, it is an uncertain start to the third term after the teachers' unions gave the government a deadline of midnight tonight to implement the 50 to 60% salary increment. Should the government fail to do so, the union's officials have declared total paralysis in schools across the country starting tomorrow, September 1st. Michelle Ngele, KTN News.